Hey guys, it's Chris, and welcome to Toned and Toneful, the self-actualization video podcast, episode number 57. Time is of the essence. So this week, I wanted to talk about how time not only is the greatest reflection of where we are in our life at the current space, but also our greatest asset. Learning how to save time and learning how to utilize time as a tool in your ability to manage projects and be able to inspire people is a very important thing. There's so many different figurative speech things that are said that describe what it is towards time. For example, like strike while the iron's hot, or there's no better time than now. And most of these sayings you see boil down to how the current moment is your best moment. The current moment that you're living right now is the moment where you are the smartest person you've ever been, but it's also the person who has the most fault in life as well. And these things come together to balance to create the amazing person that you are. And sometimes it can be hard to kind of hear that we have a bad side that also got mixed with our good side. But that's what we all are. And if we can utilize time in the self-actualization process, and we can learn to manage time in a way that you could almost be prepared for mistakes that happen. You can almost be prepared for understanding how the flow of people work around you. We would be very productive people. And sometimes that is actually not moving very fast at certain periods in time. So time being of the essence is always something that we should be paying attention to. Myself personally, you guys always see me in different watches, and I wear a lot of different watches. And the reason is to remind me of how important my time is. I have a very easy time in losing myself in the day, losing myself in a recording session, a bike ride, a workout, or even researching watches. I could get caught up in it and forget my dedication to my growth in multiple places in my life, my dedication to the projects that I'm currently taking on and wanting to improve in and or have a specific goal in mind for the project. I want to be able to achieve those standards and or be able to approach that level of creativity that's expected out of me. And that all requires time. There was an episode before in Toned and Toneful that is called Be Bored to Move Forward. And one of the main things that I tried to point out in that is that there's like an ebb and flow in life with creativity where the brain needs time to relax and the brain needs time to be in a charged state where it is producing ideas consistently and or being used to very close to its full capacity so that way you can train it to move further, your mind, But if you're in a space where have been doing that for a while, you kind of need to relax the mind. And when we relax the mind, sometimes we can find a lot of creativity in that moment. And that's what that episode's about. But in our respect to time, on this end of it, more the variable side of it, rather than maybe the living experience of being bored, but kind of thinking about it from the standpoint that I must endure time where the things that I want to have happen do not happen in the time frame I want them to happen in. And I must endure time frames where the things that I want to have happen faster than the time frame that I wanted to have them happen in. And this is something that I've experienced many times in life, and I feel to me is a sign of divine intervention once you're sometimes doing certain things and you can just see the pattern coming together. Oh my gosh, this is coming together so much quicker than I thought. This means I'm going to have to be ready. And or it could be coming together a lot slower than you thought, and you go, oh, maybe this says something about how prepared I am, or how prepared I'll need to be to endure this project. These are some things I've been thinking about this last week as I've been tying up my new single. And, the amount of time that sometimes something takes is it's not linear. It's not linear at all. As a matter of fact, there is an ebb and flow in time. You listen to a drummer and you realize that there's a portion of the beat that they play faster and slower, and they're still in time. But the way they feel time, there is a cyclical fashion to it. They're definitely in time to their inner metronome. And for that fashion, myself, finishing up this song, I learned that there's a lot of places in the process of finishing a project that could lead you to be in a place where the items are not finishing in a time frame that you wanted, fast or slow. Sometimes fast can be a little nerve-wracking because, it's like someone telling you to go to, on the talent show. You're like, oh, you're playing at 7 and you're the first person at the talent show to play. You're like, all right, awesome. Someone's like, hey, it's 6:45. You want to go? You're like, what? I'm not saying everybody would be nervous, but there's a large portion of people who would be like, hey, I was kind of planning on going at 7. So, I'm still eating my M&Ms and practicing my chords on my guitar or something like that. And, there's another group of people who'd want to jump right on stage. And then on the other side, there's, the delayed, hey guys, we're really sorry. The light guy's still getting lights going. I promise we're going to be ready in a few more minutes. And you're standing in your stage clothes and you're sweating and your stage makeup is getting worse. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, if we could just start now, the best thing is now. It's not going to be the performance I wanted it to be now. And so we've always got to be the person who has a Kleenex in our pocket to bat our head and get rid of the sweat that might be coming out on our makeup, or we need to be the person who's like, hey, I practiced at home. I'm ready to jump on stage the moment you tell me to. So, in this week, again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to spend with me. But above all that, it's really about you paying appreciation to the moments that you do have and understanding that the flow of time when you're working with projects is something that you're going to need to cater to. And when you build projects, keep in mind what time means to the people who work in the project with you, how they respond to time. Do they finish things in a timely fashion when you ask them, or do they take longer? If they take longer, do they not know how to ask for help? And you can see the flow chart of questions that's coming from this. So when we respect our time, we actually end up respecting everyone around us because they're happy that we're respecting time. Because none of us, I don't think one human, even though we say we want to waste time or we're trying to do this, I don't think any one real person really actually wants to waste time. They want to enjoy every moment of their youth. And when they get older, they want to enjoy every moment of those golden years. So I appreciate you guys for making it through episode 57. Time is of the essence. I really appreciate you guys. If you made it this far in the episode, write the word essence in the comments. There's going to be something special for you guys this next upcoming week. I literally promise that, and I'm so excited to share it with you. And above all else, guys, stay toned and toneful.